So my own name is David Flashlight. I am junior lecturer in this department with uh, School of Commerce in security. Um, I've been working as a security officer since 2005, and today's lecture is an introductory lecture to site security and general security. So, just to give you a few definitions, um, what do we say would be the main secure? What would we say the Munich Security Conference? Some people might say the Munich War Conference. So, what's the difference between that and what's called security in the New Europe, which is peace in the New Europe after the Second Year Mondial? So, what is the difference? What do we mean by security in the international sense and in the sense of a construction site or retail, right? So, or even a family home. So, in the family home, it's obviously windows that function, protecting against threats, you see. If we say windows that can't be broken into, doors that can't be opened, things that are lockable. So, in fact, um, in the Russian language, like uh, a Vasha document is your documents, but Nasha Polizei is our soldier. So um, that's that definition. Polizei in is German for for is German for police officer or guard officer. That means soldier. So a soldier is also a police officer. Okay, so in terms of international security, a soldier is somebody who keeps the peace. You hear everything, a keeper of the flame, right? So now you can understand that everything needs security. If you buy a suitcase, there's probably a lock on it. If it's a good brand, you can put a padlock on something on your locker in school. Maybe the first thing you do when you're an 11-year-old, you can take precautions. So why would people take precautions as a deterrent against threats? So what kind of analysis would we be doing? Security consulting, SWOT, SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I always do them backwards. What are the threats to this position? Threats are I'm going on holidays to Malaysia for 4 weeks. Opportunities are I have €500 budget to spend on security. Weaknesses are this building is in Africa. I don't speak Swahili, and the strengths are uh, a week's wages in Burkina Faso is €2, so I should be able to buy somebody off if I can get somebody. So that kind of a thing. Another SWAT would be somebody in a construction site, notice that a drill bit has gone missing, and they had it left on the side in their front garden. Maybe who would do that? It would be crazy. Then they say threats are the van lock on their van isn't working on the passenger door. It's an old van. Opportunities are when they get paid for the job, they'll be able to afford a new van with proper locks. Weaknesses are the job won't be done for 16 weeks, and the strengths are um, that they live in a very quiet area, and they was watching it probably is but actually show up later today. So let's see. That's how SWAT relates to security. That's how security relates to the army and construction and trades. So just remember that that you are a deterrent, and you are security is evolving. It's not something. That's why we say security in the New Europe Munich Security Conference. That will never end. Okay, so Manuel Kant says, stand down, standing armies. That turned out to be a nonsense. You cannot do that. Manuel Kant says, no um, nation will attack another one, of democratic, that's the function of democracy. But th- there's no correlation between democratic rule or, well, there's three types of rule: authoritarian, charismatic, and laissez-faire. So most people say they're charismatic now, but how many of them, even in a democracy, are actually authoritarian as well. So there's just a few definitions in the module, and we'll get started on the rest of the procedures in the coming weeks.